If you dream of becoming an architect, or you're passionate about designing, drawing, about buildings, or everything that is related to architecture, maybe my story could help you, could motivate you in your way of becoming an architect. From a small village in the Republic of Moldova to study architecture in France and to fulfill my dream of becoming an architect. Here is how my road went and how I became an architect. I'm Alexandru. I come from a rural locality from Republic of Moldova, and being a child I used to draw, I used to play with different materials in the yard. I spent my time to beat some nails, to play with the sticks. I remember when I spent my holidays at my grandparents' house, I used to make small houses in the yard. Like I had a small corner. It was mine, only my corner, and I used to make these small houses from wood, from stones, from small bricks, from mud. And I remember when I went to okay, I really enjoyed this process. I remember when I went to the bed, I was praying to not rain the next day in order that my construction will not be ruined. From the age of 10-11 years, I discovered mathematics in school, and I just loved mathematics. I really enjoy solving problems and doing these several and different calculations. And also during the high school, I participated at the national competition of mathematics. So let's say that drawing and mathematics really characterizes me. I did not always know that I wanted to be an architect, but what I really knew is that I want to study in a foreign country. I want to experience a new educational system, and being a student in a foreign country, it will provide and it will create for me new possibilities, new social circles. Even during the high school, I wasn't sure what I want to do next. I was balancing between engineering, between artists, of course architecture, it was on the table, mathematics, but to be accepted in the architecture faculty, it was extremely hard. Even I had like very good grades. After high school, I went to the Faculty of Architecture in Moldova, but not as an architect, but as an engineer. I just couldn't go to the architecture because it was too expensive. But as an engineer, it was free because I had good grades for engineering specialty. So the first year was interesting, new colleagues. I liked to do physics, mathematics. That was also some technical drawing. But starting from the second year, I just didn't have the motivation to continue. And I remember I was seeing these students, architecture students, with big plans, with models, and I really liked it. I say to myself that I want to do it. I want to draw. I want to have these big papers with me, and it just made me curious about it. From that moment, I started to look around, to see maybe there are new possibilities, new opportunities, and I had like inside of me this dream of studying in a foreign country like France, like Spain, England, US. The same year I applied for a cultural exchange program in America, but unfortunately I I got a rejection in the visa interview. So I changed my plan. I had some knowledge of French from high school, so I started to learn French more intensively the same year, and to get to the required level and to apply to the universities in France. In the next year, I was 19, I think. So I went to the French courses, like every day, 2 hours per day, from Monday till Friday, during 1 year. Oh, I forgot to mention, like the same year, I left the university in Moldova to focus on this new plan, on this new path. And I remember my mother she went upset on me, and she didn't want to speak to me. But I believed in my vision, I believed in my dream. Yeah. I finally obtained this language certificate after 1 year of intense French language. I obtained the required level, and I gathered the documents together, the needed documents, and I sent like my file to 2 architecture schools in France and 3 faculties of mathematics. So the architectural schools were Strasbourg and Nantes, and I also chose to apply for mathematics degree in order if I will not be accepted in architecture school. Honestly, I applied to those architectural schools, but I had no hope, because I was thinking that who will accept me? Like, these huge architectural schools will just not accept me. But after a few months from the moment I applied, a letter came home from Strasbourg. At that moment, I was in Paris. I went directly to France to start working, to start practice language. So I was working in Paris also, and my mother was showing me this letter, and I got accepted. I was really enthusiastic at that moment, but at the same time, I had this fear that I will not handle it. I will not have the financial support or the financial possibility to study and to. So I had these mixed emotions, but the fear was extremely high. So I went to Strasbourg. I started a bachelor there. The school was beautiful, was contemporary. We had interesting courses. We drew a lot. We made models, and even we used to draw naked people in front of us, like real naked people in front of us. Like, for me, it was it was a pretty interesting experience, but I enjoyed it. I like to draw. I enjoyed it. I can relate that it was pretty hard for me to integrate in the new circle of French students. I don't know, maybe we have different visions, different values, but that's normal. Like I was making friends. I have some pretty memories. So here I learned the basics of architecture. I learned how to think like an architect, how to have this vision of an architect when analyzing an object, when we're seeing a plan, or when questioning, when finding a solution, and so on. Also a lot of white nights, and this is defined to be normal for an architect, unfortunately. I also had a big fear when presenting my works, when presenting the project. Like my face and my neck was in a tension, and I couldn't express myself more free. Many students have these stress problems like burnout, fears, emotions that are not empowering them, problems with the deadline. So this is one of the reasons why I created this channel, because I want to help students and architects to manage their stress, to manage their program, their schedule. During the bachelor studies in Strasbourg, I decided to go for an Erasmus year, like an exchange year in another country, in another school of architecture. So I went 1 year to Latvia, to Riga, the capital of Latvia. I can say that in terms of studies it was an intense year, but it was a pretty rich in this cultural exchange, and I'm very grateful for this experience, because I have always applied this principle of continuous growth and getting out of a comfort zone. So I finished the bachelor degree in Strasbourg, and to continue the MArch or the master's degree, I went to another city in France. It is called Saint-Étienne. It's near Lyon. And honestly, I didn't have much expectations of this school. I mean, it's a smaller school. We don't know that much information about her. It's less popular. But to my surprise, it was incredible. Like, I spent 2 magnificent years here. Apart from the master's program that I liked, I had the big privilege to travel with the school to countries like Switzerland. Like we've been everywhere in Switzerland, in Brussels, Belgium. We went to Colombia, and Japan. We went to Japan. Like, those experiences, they are so rich in emotions, in cultural exchange, in seeing and observing and touching the architectural objects. Some phenomenal experiences that enrich you and inspire you as a creative person and as an architect. Here I also had the diploma presentation work. For this project, I decided to use the tools that I'm good at, the drawing and the models. And also here, like it was my final year, and I got the diploma. I got the diploma of architect. In France, it is called Diplôme d'état d'architecte, like the government diploma of an architect. I was very happy that day. Like, my dream, I accomplished my dream. I was extremely happy. I am not yet a licensed architect on my own name, because I want to work in some architectural offices, or in several architectural offices in Europe. In Europe, I already had a small experience. In Asia, I want to go to Japan, to China maybe, because I also practice table tennis, and I want to grow in table tennis. And I want to practice architecture in US. This is my dream, to go to US and to live in US and to practice architecture. So my goal is to learn and to discover as much as possible, and at the same time to share it with you. Why did I create this channel? First of all, I am passionate about architecture and everything that is related to this field. And everything I'm experiencing, everything I'm learning, I'm discovering, I wanted to share with you. Because sharing is caring. Showing you how the real life of an architect looks like. Not these perfect images on social media. During my studies, I really suffered about stress, fear, negative emotions, burnout, not being able to have a work with a deadline, and yes, I have a script here because I prepared. So only in the last semester, the last semester of studies, let's say I could manage with the time, could manage better the time, the emotions, and the program. So much of the content will be related to these topics, like stress, how to manage stress, fear to speak in front of teachers, in front of colleagues, to manage the time, how to manage and to schedule your time, your work, and to not have this stressful life. Content and tips on subjects such as how to present a project, how to start a project, and to develop a project from zero to the final presentation. How to manage stress, how to find your style, your style as an architect, how to tips about drawing, about colors, about making models, and so on. But also presentations of architectural objects, of architects, of famous and non-famous architects, of different styles, concepts, what should an architect know, and many other things that, to be sincere, they do not teach you. They do not teach you in school. Like everything that is important, I mean your mental health and how you schedule your time. I mean, these things are important and they do not teach us in school. So me as a student, as an architect, I would want to know more about communication, about stress, about time management, and other parts of architecture that they do not teach us in school. I recently graduated from the College of Architecture, and honestly, I have impression that I don't know much things about architecture and about technical side of an architecture, technical side of architecture. So I really want to help you to enjoy your studies, to enjoy your practice as being an architect, to enjoy what you create, and not to live in stress and burnout. This was my story so far. It continues. It will be exposed on this channel, and let's grow together. Let's evolve together. I know my accent and my pronouncement are harder to understand at the moment, but I still work on it, and I will work on it. I will practice it more and more. The reason why I'm doing this material in English is because I want to reach as many people I can, and there are several reasons. I want to, like I said, I want to practice and to live in US, and I want to practice like English and to express myself in front of a camera. Like for me, it's a really big fear to speak in front of people and to express myself. And thank you for your comprehension. Blah 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 blah. I really want to help you and maybe to inspire children or adults to become architects or artists and to grow in this sphere. If you ever felt that you are not enough or you're not as brilliant to be an architect, stay connected to this channel. I will show you that everything you have, like everything you need, you have inside of you. You just need to unleash it and I will show you the way how to unleash it. I mean, I'm still growing, but everything that I'm experiencing, and I think I have pretty much information and experiences to share with you. So stay connected to this channel. I'm at the beginning of a road, so a like, a subscribe from you will help me enormously to grow this platform, but also a huge advantage to you, because the more I'm growing, the more I can offer you. I can offer you content, I can offer you information, I can offer you incredible services that will help you to become a greater architect, will help you to become a greater person, I think. See you soon with ideas, stories, and inspiration from the world of architecture. And until then, do not forget that every dream needs a plan to get shape, to take shape. Blah, 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 blah. Bye!